What's going on, guys? Welcome back to NolanTCG, and we are back here today for another deck profile, and this time it's a little different. We are essentially going to be profiling Summon Skull Control from LOB format, or LOB starter deck format. So essentially what we're going to be doing going forward on the channel every month, or every time we do a release, is going to be essentially these retro deck builds. So what we're going to be doing is it's a collaboration between us and Cowboy for Game, the YouTube channel where I also feature on podcasts. Effectively, we're going to be doing retrospectives. So a 20 years ago podcast that highlights the product releases that happened 20 years ago and how that kind of defined that format. As a part of that, we're each going to be doing deck builds as to what we would personally be playing at that time. I didn't necessarily need to be what we were playing at the time, because God knows I wasn't playing anything as competent as this. I was playing throw cards together monkey beatdown, even though this is essentially just throw cards together monkey beatdown. But yeah, do subscribe to the channel for that one if you do want to see these going forward. Again, like, it'll be exactly 20 years from each of the releases, because hey, it's been 20 years since the release of LOB, and yeah, we've come a long way. A lot of power creep. Hopefully this goes for another 20 years. I highly doubt that, and then we'll catch up to modern meta. I guess this is progression on slow-mo, where we're going to be doing this with an entire card pool, not just packs. And yeah, we'll kind of move forward doing that. Down in the link below, in the description below, will be a link to Cowboy for Game. Do head down there to check out the podcast that I was on. I think me, Seb, and Bragg were on that one. And then yeah, Bragg will also have a deck build either coming up on this channel or coming up on Cowboy for Game as well. We're also going to do some like gameplay footage and stuff for everything. So yeah, if that sounds good to you, jump down in the description below, click the Cowboy for Game link, head over there, hit that subscribe button. We also have podcasts and stuff going up over there every week. And yeah, head over here, hit that subscribe button if you are new here, and yeah, let's get into the profile. Okay, so starting us off for our Summon Skull Beatdown profile, we are playing just one Summon Skull. I always flip as to whether or not I play a bunch of Summon Skull or just a couple of Summon Skull. Essentially, you're trying to control yours and your opponent's Summon Skull outputs, so yes, maximizing it can be good. Like I said, often flip between playing 2 to 3, and then back to 1. At the moment, I'm on 1. I could definitely be convinced to go to 2, though. Maybe as we get into the next format, I might see Summon Skull bumping up to 2. Next off, though, we do go ham on our normal summon beat sticks, because these are essentially what's going to be keeping you in the game. First off, we've got 3 copies of Jinn, the Mystic Genie of the Lamp, or Mystical Genie of the Lamp. We don't play the lamp, so you can't cheese like Yugi did, or Kaiba did. It was Kaiba that did that. This is the first card of your beatdown lineup. It is the best one. It's your 1800 beat stick. Jinn is just the best card in this format. Actually, there's one card that I personally prefer more in this format. Next off, we have Battle Ox. So 3 copies of Battle Ox. Again, normal summon, big attack, beats down. Then we have 3 copies of Neo the Magical Swordsman. Again, just more beatdown. That's all of these cards are doing, just trying to beat down. You can try and control your opponent's Summon Skull with your flip effects and stuff like that, and then you want to rely on these guys to just kind of keep pushing you through. Then we have 1 big wall. It's Giant Soldier of Stone. And then we have our flip effects. So first off, we've got 3 copies of Hain. Very good cards. Select a monster on the field regardless of its position, returns to the hand. Of course, if it's set face down, it doesn't get its flip effect, so you can use that to control if both you and your opponent go set. You can flip your Hain, bounce, normal summon, attack for like 2k. Then we have our Trapmaster. I have made a slight error and misjudgment in calculations of the cards that I had. I've managed to lose all of my Man-Eater Bugs, bar 1. So I would probably recommend cutting a Trapmaster for a Man-Eater Bug. I do have Man-Eater Bugs in here. But yeah, I would probably recommend playing 2 Trapmaster and then playing the 3rd Man-Eater Bug. Then we have 3 copies of Wall of Illusion. This is my personal favorite card in this format. Wall of Illusion is so good. Because it's 1850 as well, it is very difficult to out for your opponents. Just because all of the beat sticks max out at 18. This card gets you so much value. So this is definitely a maximum 3 of in this deck. Then we have our Man-Eater Bugs. I've got 1 Man-Eater Bug, and then I'm proxying another. Like I said before, you should be playing 3 Trapmaster. I ordered a bunch of Super Man-Eater Bugs once I realized I couldn't find my commons. And then, bad weather in Australia at the moment, especially on the eastern seaboard, so my Man-Eater Bugs have not arrived. So we kind of hit the deadline of 20 years to the day, so it was time to record. So I didn't, of course, have my Man-Eater bugs. Then we move into our spell cards. We have the initial ban list, essentially, so the limited list. 1 copy of Pot of Greed, 1 copy of Dark Hole, 1 copy of Regeki. Really good cards, along with Change of Heart for, again, controlling your opponent's Summon Skull and the monsters that they have on their board. There is quite a lot of times that you may need to burn a Dark Hole to add a Wall of Illusion. Kind of sucks, but it's something that you kind of got to do, because if you swing that wall into that Magician... Wall of Illusion, you're just going to lose the monster, or you're going to get it returned to your hand anyway, so just getting a quick out and then swinging over is always good. Next card that is, again, on the limited list is 1 copy of Monster Reborn. Then we move into the spell and trap cards, so we've got 1 copy of Dispel, always good for clearing spells, lets you also look at your opponent's set cards, because you can check what they are. Then we have our spell cards, we've got 2 copies of Card of Destruction for that hand control, or I guess it's just more Pot of Greed. 3 copies of Fissure, another very good card in this format. Clears off threats on the opponent's board, or really just clears off things that are burned and you really need to just get rid of and not have to worry about it anymore, like a Wall of Illusion. 2 copies of Swords of Revealing Light, just for stunning you out. Does flip the monster's face up, so do consider that. And then we hit our trap cards. 3 copies of Trap Hole. Again, this is going to be putting in a lot of value in this format, so definitely something to keep in there. Then we have 1 copy of Reinforcements, just kind of cute. Gets you up attack values. It's a trap card. If your opponent tries to go over and swing over by 100, like with a large Jinn over a, let's say a Neo, you just flip Reinforcements. You need your buffs up in damage calc, and then no more large Jinn. And then lastly, rather cute card that I like to play, 1 copy of Just Desserts for that cute burn damage. There is no extra deck, of course, to be featured in this, because it was the fusion deck. I might get cute with it, and as we see, like, I got my goat deck in front of me, I guess. I have all the fusions that exist until, like, 2005, so I might start to make a fusion deck as we go along, just to make it quite funny. Do remember back in the day, there was no limit as to how many cards you could play in your extra deck, so, yeah, you just play everything. Especially when you hit GOAT format and you're like, I have Metamorphosis. I can literally make everything after I steal whatever you have. But yeah, that will wrap us up here for this one. Like I said earlier, head down to the description below if you do want to check out the other content related to this 20-year retrospective over on Cowboy for Game. That's going to be at the top of the description below. Hit that subscribe button here if you do want to see all the profiles and stuff going forward. We might try and sneak in some match footage over here, and we'll try and put some match footage over there, just so you can really get an experience of what all of these decks were like to play back in the day. Especially when I think Brag's going to be trying to put together the Dragon control list. So, like, we're playing Lord of D with Flute of Summoning Dragon, going the Trihorn and Blue Eyes, and yeah, we'll definitely have some fun with those matchups. But, as always, I've been Ben from NolanTCG, and have a good afternoon, everybody.